Hello students, as the continued part of a module number 5. Now in the last PPT we come across the sheet metal operations, the cutting operation. What I told about the cutting operation, in the cutting operation we are applying the force or the stresses on the sheet metal beyond its ultimate strength. So but here in this PPT we are going to be discuss about what do you mean by forming operation. So what is the forming operation? In the sheet metal operations, the forming operation is known as we are applying the force on a sheet metal beyond its ultimate strength of a material, so that there is no cutting takes place in a forming. Okay, there is no cutting takes place in a forming. Now, so metal forming operations, as we discussed here, in the metal forming operations, the sheet metal is stressed below the ultimate strength of a metal. In this operation, no material is, as I explained in the last slide. Metal forming operations are those operations in which the sheet metal is stressed below its ultimate strength, so that the material get bent or material get drawn. So there is no material is going to be removed here. There is no wastage of a metal. So only we are applying the force, or the sheet metal is stressed beyond the below the ultimate strength of a material. Okay. So as you know, as the no cutting takes place, therefore there is no wastage in the metal forming operation. Now what are the different metal forming operations? So different metal forming operations are bending, drawing, embossing, forming and coining. So these are the different metal forming operations. We will discuss one by one. The very first one is known as a bending operation. See here, bending operation is nothing but in which the straight sheet metal has transferred into a required curved form. Required curved form. In which here the sheet metal is forced against to the die cavity with the help of a punch. Okay, see here it is the die block, right, and this is the punch which is going to be apply the pressure, and here it is the sheet metal. So initially the sheet metal is going to be placed on the upper position of a die block, and the punch with the gradually increased force, it is forced through against to the die cavity on the sheet metal. When it applies the force on the sheet metal, the sheet is going to be drawn. It is drawn into a this the cavity made in the die block, and the final component you are seeing here. And this type of metal forming is known as a bending operation. Okay, this type of a sheet metal forming is known as a bending operation. So many type of bending are going to be performed here. U bending is there, V bending is there, angle bending is there. So it depend upon the shape of the punch and die. It's depend upon the shape of the punch and die. The U bending, V bending, angle bending and curling operations are going to be performed. So bending operation in which the straight sheet metal has been transferred into a required type of a curved shape. So that required type of a curved shape is depend upon shape of punch and die, right? This is the bending operation. Coming to the drawing operation. So drawing operation is also similar to that of a bending operation, but only the difference is that there the closed die is used, here the open die is going to be used. So it consisting of a die, it consisting of a punch, okay, and here the small distance is maintained between the diameter of the punch and die, so that the material can get a draw into a die cavity. Okay, then the material or the sheet metal which is going to be drawn, it is placed on the upper position of a this drawing die, and the punch is going to be apply the force against to the die cavity provided in the die. When the force applied by the punch, and the material is going to be drawn in a the type of shape. That type of a shape is depend upon the die and the punch. The die and the punch is responsible for the shape to be performed by this drawn cup. So the final component you are going to be seeing here. So this is nothing but the drawing operation, in which in the drawing operation the clearance is going to be maintained between the punch and die. This is the clearance. So through this clearance only the material is going to be drawn in the required shape, and that required shape is depend upon the shape of the punch and the die. Okay, this is the drawing operation. Now coming to the embossing operation. See, embossing operation is nothing but it is the operation in which the specific shapes of a figures are going to be produced on a sheet metal. So it is used for sometimes it is used for the decoration purpose, or sometimes it is used for giving the names, trademarks, or any other marks on the work part or a sheet metal material. Okay, so the embossing is going to be done with the help of a punch and a die. The punch used for embossing purpose is shown in the figure. Now the required type of a sheet is going to be embossing sheet is going to be formed with the help of the pair of a punch and die. See here, the pair of a punch and die will decide the type of embossing shape are going to be formed on a work sheet. So initially the blank is placed between the punch and die. The punch is having the male part, and this die is having the female part. So when the force is applied by the punch on a die, the material is going to be stressed or forced into this die cavity, and the embossing component is going to be performed. So embossing is mainly used for the decoration purpose, or sometimes it is used to give the naming or the trademark of a component. So trademark or naming of the component is done with the help of a embossing operation. Okay, this is known as a embossing operation. Now next one is known as a forming operation. As I told you, in the forming operation here it consisting of a punch and a die. The required type of a required shape of a part is going to be defined with the help of the shape of a punch and die. Here the sheet metal is going to be placed on the upper surface of the die block, and a punch having the projected part is going to be forced against to this sheet metal through a die, and the required type of a component is going to be formed. This type of this forming operation products are going to be used in the manufacturing of this door panels, steel furnitures, aircraft bodies, windows. Okay, so all these are going to be formed with the help of this sheet metal forming operation. Okay. Now coming to the coining operation. See, the coining operation is going to be done on the material whose plasticity and plasticity is going to be good. It means here the force is applied on the work material from the both sides. It consisting of a die holder, it consisting of a punch. The punch is the punch and the die are going to be when the punch and die are going to be touched to each other, the required type of a cavity is going to be formed, right? As is shown in figure, when the punch and die are come into contact with each other with the center line, the required type of a cavity is going to be formed. So initially the workpiece is going to be held on the upper surface of the die with the help of a die holder. Then the punch is going to be apply the force on the material. The material gets squeezes here. That's why it is also known as a squeezing operation. The material gets squeezes here, and it will take the shape of the cavity which is provided between the punch and die. So initially the blank was like this, and finally it is going to be squeezed into the die cavity, and the final product is going to be formed. So this is known as a coining operation. So this type of coining operation is going to be used to manufacture the ornaments or ornament parts, and the coins. The rupee coins are going to be, or different types of coins are going to be formed with the help of this coining operation. That's why it is also known as a coining operation, and hence the material is going to be squeezed inside the punch and die cavity. That's why it is also known as a squeezing operation. Coming to the deep drawing operation, deep drawing operation is similar to that of a the drawing operation, the only difference is that here the punch applied on the material, that is the sheet material, that sheet metal is preheated. That sheet metal is preheated. So the sheet metal is heated first initially, and it is placed on the upper surface of the die, and the punch applies the pressure, and the pressure required to deform the material is less here because the sheet is already, it is heated. So the plastic deformation takes place in a small amount of a force applied by the punch, and the material is going to be drawn into a large component or a deep component as shown in the figure. So this is the heated cup, and the material is going to be extruded. That's why it is known as a deep drawing process. So drawing ratio. So drawing ratio we can define as a, it is the ratio of blank diameter to the cup diameter which is going to be drawn from the sheet metal. DO, LDR means limiting drawing ratio, is equals to the DO, that is the blank diameter. The material which is going to be formed is known as a blank diameter, and DP, it is the diameter of the cup which is formed after the drawing operation. So diameter of the blank to the diameter of the cup formed is nothing but the limiting draw ratio. So when efficiency is when nu is an efficiency term accounting for frictional losses, normally the average maximum reduction in the deep drawing is 50%. In the sense, the efficiency by in converting the blank into a deep drawn process is of near about the 50%. This is the drawing ratio. How we are going to define the draw ratio? Draw ratio is nothing but it is the ratio of diameter of the blank to the diameter of the cup which is drawn. Diameter of the blank to the diameter of the cup which is drawn, known as a limiting draw ratio, LDR, or it is a popular known as a draw ratio. Now coming to the different types of bending dies. There are three types of bending dies are there: air bending die, U bending die, wiper bending die. So first one is a air bending die. See here, the air bending die is consisting of a punch and a die. Here the shape of a punch and die will produce the component, and most probably the V shape and C channels are going to be formed. V channels are and C channels are going to be formed with the help of a air bending die. So the shape of the punch and die resembles the product which is going to be formed, that is a V shape or a C section. So in the figure you can see here the workpiece is placed on the die, and the punch is applying the pressure on the this sheet metal through a die cavity, and the V shape is going to be formed. So the section like a V and C are going to be formed in a this air bending die as shown in figure. Now U bending die, so it consisting of a punch and die, and the workpiece is that sheet metal is placed on the this upper portion of the die, and here the punch and die pair are going to be formed the shape known as a U shape. That's why it is also known as a U bending. Okay, so U shape of products are going to be formed with help of a U bending, and this type of dies are also known as a bottoming dies. Okay, coming to the next one, wiper bending or edge bending dies. So wiper bending or edge bending dies are going to be used to give the bending of the sheet at the end. Bending of the sheet at the end. It consisting of a punch, die, and the hold on punch. Hold on punch is used to hold the sheet metal. Hold on punch is used to hold the sheet metal tightly on the die. So the clearance is going to be maintained with the thickness of a sheet here. The clearance between the punch and die is going to be maintained is equals to the thickness of a sheet here, and the punch is applying the force from the top position, and the material is going to be bent as shown in the figure, and it is continuous until it reaches to the last point. And this type of dies are known as a wiper bending or edge bending dies. Coming to the bending force calculations. So bending force calculations are nothing but the force applied by the punch on the sheet metal through the die to deform the material. This is known as a bending force. So how the bending force is going to be calculated? Bending force is calculated by F is equal to sigma y into K into L into T2 divided by W, where sigma y is nothing but the yield strength of the material, K is the constant factor, L is the bending length or a contact length, then this T is the thickness of a sheet, and W is the span length or a beam span. So typical values for the constant factor is 0 for edging die, 0.7 for U die, and 1.33 for this V die. So bending force is nothing but it is the force required to deform the material with the help of a punch when it is apply the force on the sheet metal through the cavity of a die is known as a bending force. Thank you.